It's day 15 of documenting my creative consistency in the midst of chaos. Today is a busy day, so I'm going to keep it short. Things are going well. As I said in the previous video, the momentum is there. I'm putting in solid 4, 5, 6 hours of writing a day, so I'm really happy with that. At the very least 4 hours a day of writing, which is a serious output, but it wouldn't be possible without days and weeks of 15 minutes of writing. That hasn't happened recently. I don't remember when was the last day when I wrote for just 15 minutes per day, but it wasn't too far away. It was maybe a couple of months ago. But then I can remember then 3 years ago, I had a period of couple of weeks of writing 10, 15, 20 minutes per day. So, yeah. Being able to write for 4 hours a day comes only if you are willing to make an agreement with yourself to count writing 5 minutes as writing, because that's what's going to help you build consistency. That's what's going to help you build confidence in your ability to show up and write every day. Okay, let me just fix my hair a bit. This is insane. But yeah, hopefully most of you are listening and not just listening and not watching. Anyway, back to the point. Sorry, back to the point. Those days of 5 minutes of writing, 10 minutes of writing, 15 minutes of writing, they build up to you being able to write for 4 hours and to write different projects. So, for example, what did I do yesterday? It was 2 hours of writing for existential momentum. It was 1 hour of writing for upcoming YouTube videos, and it was 1 hour of writing short form content. So it's 4 hours of straight writing, with, of course, some breaks in between. I'm hoping none of you are thinking that I'm just sitting for 4 hours straight without taking a break. That would be some shit quality writing, excuse my language, and shit quality focus, no matter the level of skill. So yeah, I'm hoping for those of you maybe who don't have experience with that much, who don't have experience with that much output in a creative activity. I'm hoping you don't think there are people out there who focus for 3, 4, 5 hours at a time without break. I thought it was common sense, but maybe it was just worth mentioning. So yeah, I'm now heading, and I think I'm going to put in solid. Realistically, I think today I can put in 5 hours of work. That would be 4 hours of writing and an hour of research. And later, if I have the time, I'm going to do a bit more research. So maybe this will amount to a 6 hours, let's say 6 hours of high quality focused work, without not counting breaks. So I'm talking about the amount of work time that ends up being a 10-hour working day, taking into account breaks and lunch and workout. But yeah, what I'm looking here is I want to show you another thing that I'm working on, another project apart from my writing, my studying, my creation of educational resources, is a recent hobby that I picked up, drawing. I don't know if you can see because of the light. Drawing, and you could say, man, why are you learning how to draw now when we finally have AI who can create images for you? Well, precisely because of that. That was one of my main motivations. now is the time, now is the time, at least for me, how I look at it, now is the time to learn the human skills. This is my small rebellion against what's happening. So I want to learn how to draw. I don't care that AI can do it better, can do it more precisely and faster, not just than me, but than those who've been practicing drawing and painting for years and years and years. I don't care about it. It's about me learning a skill. It's about me learning a form of human expression. It's about me doing something with my hands. It's about me doing something that more and more people are going to stop doing because they are lazy. And yeah, I mean, lazy and there are many bad things that I could say, but I don't want to now engage in negative talk. The camera cut off. As I was saying, I don't want to engage in a lot of negative talk. There's a lot of negative things that I could say about using AI for image creation. I'm not even going to say AI art. Is there a place to use it for ideation? Is there a place to use it for creating references and then use those references to create real art? Is there a place to use it for illustrations, for PowerPoint presentations, where you maybe don't need an artist, and you shouldn't be an artist to be able to present a certain concept when you're making a presentation? Yeah, I believe there is space and place for AI image creation, but there should be no place in it in what we call art. Anyway, that's a rant that I could genuinely talk for hours about it, because it's something that I, to be completely honest, think about on a daily basis. Not just AI in terms of art space, but AI in general, and how it's affecting and how it will be affecting what it means to be human. That's when I see someone talk about, it can help you make 10K per month, and it can help you create content faster. Like, man, what is? That's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about creating content faster while we are facing something that is changing and will be changing what it means to be human. And all that you can think about is how it affects your content creation process. Yeah, I'm doing content. I'm doing content. Also, I would like to have some sort of machine that, I wouldn't like, but for the sake of making an argument, I would like to be able to create the best educational videos in 30 minutes. But is that more important, or is it more important that your kids or my kids, if we have them sometime in the near future, that they will be growing up with a greater sense of disorientation, with a greater sense of confusion than any other generation in human history? That they will be facing with having to rethink. We will be facing it as well, but they will be facing it on a deeper and more difficult level, with having to rethink what it means to be human. Yeah, this went in a direction that I didn't expect. Anyways, putting in the work is going well. It feels good to be able to sit down and do some deep focused work, and it feels good to do something with your hands, regardless of AI being able to do it faster and more precise than you. It feels good to be truly human. Thank you, friends. Stay strong, love life, never feel sorry for yourself, and stay human.